Hey everyone, so I am back today with another video, and this time I'll be doing a feel on my sister. She's had this set on since what, 3 weeks ago?
Yeah, April 14th.
Yeah, so these were her prom nails. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with a cuticle pusher to push back her cuticles. And this is a stick and peel cuticle pusher by Tammy Taylor. Let me see that on.
What would the comments show?
They'll just show on the screen.
Oh.
So once again, I'm just going in and pushing back her cuticles. Turn it down. So now I'm going to go in with a 180 sanding band, and as you guys know, I always remove the old one and switch it out for a new one. Once again, this is a 180 sanding band. Let me see the other one. So we're just going in. Hold on. Sorry. I meant to say we're going in with a medium drill bit to file down her nail. So she doesn't have any polish. The glitter is encapsulated in the nail, so we're just going to file it down a little bit, remove the gel top coat, and then we're going to go in with the sanding band. Hey everyone, so once again I'm doing her feel. So right now I'm going in with a medium drill bit to remove the gel top coat, and then I'm going to go in with a fine drill bit or a 180 sanding band to remove the shine from her natural nail. Alright, so now I'm going in with a 180 sanding band to remove the shine from her natural nail. Alrighty, so now I'm gonna just dust them off, and then I'm gonna go in with a primer. So for my primer, I'm using my OPI Bondex, and I'm just gonna apply that to her natural nail. Why is the comments not showing up? Hold on. Where's the questions?
Is this comment still moving?
No. Oh, I should get that hurry. Alrighty, so now I'm just wiping off my table, and then I'm gonna use my Mia Secret acrylic system, which is my pink powder and my monomer.
Somebody said, do you recommend a dust collector for starters?
The dust collectors that I've used, they suck. The only reason why I keep them is because they keep the dust out of my face, but I've yet to find a good one. Okay, so I dip my brush into my liquid. As you can see, I wipe it off before I take it out. Dip it into my powder. I'm going to lay the bead down, pat it down, and then stroke it down towards the tip. And if your bead is too wet and it starts running all over the place, make sure that you're wiping your brush off on the dapping dish before you dip it into the powder. And make sure you don't brush too hard, because you don't want to just brush everything down towards the tip. And then I just did another bead at the tip because it was a little bit too thin. And remember, just add acrylic as you need it. That's good. Same thing for the other hand. Dip, or the other finger, dip your brush, wipe it off on the dapping dish, dip it in, and then lay your bead down. As you can see, I set it down, and then I move it around where I want it to go, and then I brush it down towards the tip.
She said, thank you for responding. When will your website be back up?
We're still waiting on a couple of orders. It should be coming in sometime this week, so it should be up either at the end of this week or at the beginning of next week, but I will post about it pretty soon. So once again, I'm using my Mia Secret acrylic system. I'm using the pink powder and the monomer. And then for my brush, I'm using my Alpha brush in a number 9. Make sure you go back and clean around the cuticle area really good. Make sure it's not on the skin, because if it is on the skin, it will cause lifting. And as you can see, I always wipe my brush off before I go back and clean around that cuticle area. Okay, so on to the next hand. So same thing, dip your brush in, wipe it off, dip it in your powder, lay your bead down, pat it around. And as you can see, that started running towards the cuticle, so I'm going to go ahead and clean that off.
Somebody asked where did you get your brushes from?
My brushes are from Alpha Brush. I do have, if you go to my other videos, there's a link to it, and then there's also a promo code that you can use for 10% off.
Mia Smith asks, is your puppy sugar super bear? Okay.
Yeah, he's doing better now. So apparently the vet gave him a flea and tick pill that was for a dog, 22 to 44 pounds, and sugar is only 3 pounds. So he was shaking, and every time he walked, he would fall over. And I called the vet today to tell him about it, and apparently they knew about it and never told me, and I had to go dig through the trash to look for the wrapper to realize that they gave him the wrong pill. So it was causing him to have all these side effects. And then whenever I talked to the lady, she was saying that she was like, "What the vet did her research, and none of the side effects that are caused by the pill are the ones that he had, which they were exactly what he had." But he's better now.
Somebody asks, why does the nail break off with the fake nail when removing nails?
Why does the fake nail?
No, I guess she meant why does your real nail break off with the fake nail when removing nails?
How do you remove them? You don't. The only way that you need to remove your acrylics is by soaking them off, especially if you want to keep your natural nails good underneath. You don't want to rip your nails off, because that's taking away a whole bunch of layers of your natural nail. If you want to take your acrylic nails off, the best way to do it is to just soak them off, because that's going to make your natural nails really thin, and it's going to make them hurt. And the way to soak them off is you literally just cut your nails all the way down, and then you just soak them in pure acetone, which you can find at the dollar store, at Walmart, Walgreens, everywhere. Just make sure that it either says pure acetone or 100% acetone. And just dip or pour it in like a glass bowl and just dip your hands in there.
Somebody asks, what size brush are you using right now?
I'm using a number 9 brush, and it is by Alpha Brush. And once again, I do have a promo code. If you go to one of my other videos, there's the link and the promo code. But if not, I'll leave it under this one once I'm done.
Somebody else, have you already did your giveaway?
No, I haven't done my giveaway. I'm still I was gonna do it when I hit 50,000. I still need to do the rules and then decide what all I'm giving away. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with a 100 hand file and I'm gonna reshape her nails. So as you can see, whenever I'm shaping the nail, I go in on like sideways at an angle. Same thing on the other side, and then I go in at a 90 degrees angle on the tip to make sure that it's nice and straight.
Somebody else, when you did your nails with the La Palm Dragonfire and put the matte polish on top, you said it was the sticky film and started wiping it. What was on the cloth when you wiped it?
I use alcohol wipes. To remove the inhibition layer, I use an alcohol wipe.
And I'm assuming you don't recommend the Kiss kit for beginners.
No, I don't. I talked about it the other day. I mean, I don't know if they upgraded their products or what, but the first time I ever used it, it was just horrible. The brush was horrible. It was just all bad. So if you are a beginner, I would recommend to just go ahead and get something that's good and affordable, which the Mia Secret has a kit on eBay that's really good. So I would say just go check out Mia's Secret, because you also don't want to like blow a whole bunch of money on a kit, but you also don't want to go really cheap to where it's going to make you want to give up, because that's how bad it was for me.
Somebody else, can you shape any sharper or you prefer the way you shape the nails? I am.
What?
She said, can you shape any sharper or you prefer the way you shape the nails?
What do you mean shape any sharper?
I guess
Do you mean like stiletto, like doing them more stiletto, or how?
sometimes saying your nails look good and ask if
Thank you. Yeah. All right, so now I'm gonna go in with my medium drill, or with my fine drill bit, to file the nails. So remember, when you're doing this, you want to focus mainly on that cuticle area. As you can see, I don't have any bumps or lumps. So what I have to do is just mainly focus on this cuticle area. See, turn it over. See, there's no bumps or lumps or anything, so I just focus on that cuticle area.
somebody said, I know you don't like doing stiletto on yourself, but would you mind doing a set on yourself so I can know how to shape it?
Do it on myself.
Yeah.
Just like you said, I don't like doing it. If I was to do it, I wouldn't keep it for long. Maybe I can do it on my mannequin hand. But I do have a video on how to shape nails. If you go all the way down to some of my older videos, there's a video on how to shape nails.
If we're not ready to use a drill, can we use a regular nail file to do what you're doing right now?
Yes, you can. If you don't have a drill, you could always use a regular hand file, but you just have to make sure that you don't cut them. But you would literally do the same thing. You just go in and file, but it is a little bit harder to get closer to that cuticle area. There's people that can do it without a drill, but I'm not, I can't. I have to always use a drill because I can't seal the cuticle area really good, so I still have lifting. And like I said, there's people that can do it with no drill, but I'm not that person. But I mean, there's like this drill was only about $30, so there are some really inexpensive drills. And then the only way to learn how to use it is by practicing.
She said, hey girl, I always hear you in your videos saying a drill is good for cuticles. So I bought my first one similar to what you recommended. Can you do a video?
A drill for cuticles or what?
She said, I always hear you in your videos saying a drill is good for cuticles.
Do a video. I mean, this is what I'm doing now. Is I'm just filing around the cuticle area with it. Is that what you mean?
Somebody asked, what is the professional liquid called that is used to disinfect your tools?
Barber side. It's a blue liquid. It looks like this. Hydroside.
She said, can you do a video about how to use the drill?
I can try to, but I mean, it's literally what I do in every video. As you can see, I just start from one side of the nail to the other. I go in a circular motion and then I just file the rest of the nail. So once again, it's just a matter of practicing the different beads. I mean, the only drill bits that I use is this one and then my sanding band. And this one is to file on the acrylic, and my sanding band is to remove the shine from the natural nail. And those are the only two that I ever use.
For beginners, what size of brush do you recommend?
For beginners, I would recommend a 8 or a 9. Either one of those would be really good. The 8 is a little bit too small for me, so that's why I went with a 9.
Are all the drills the same as beginners? Do we only need 2 to start?
That's what I've always used. I've always only used 2 drill bits, but they have all type of different ones that you can use. But this is really all you need, which is a fine drill bit, which is to do what I was just doing to file on the nail. If you're removing gel polish, you can use a medium drill bit, which looks just like this. It's just a little bit more coarse, and this one's more fine. And then this one, which is your sanding band. So really, you just need 3. The fine drill bit, the medium drill bit, and the sanding band. Okay, so now I'm just going in with a buffer to buff away any of the scratches left from the drill bit. Do you want a color?
Huh?
Do you want a color?
Yeah. Something springish, like orangey kind of yellow.
Orange or yellow? Oh, orange or yellow?
You don't have one that's like in between? Or yellow is fine. Somebody said, okay, please keep this live so I can take notes later.
Yeah, I am gonna upload it. So as you can see, every time I buff the nail, I always go back and fill on the nail with my thumb to make sure that it's nice and smooth. And if you feel any bumps or lumps, then you go back and file some more. So now I'm just going to dust them off. And then wipe them off with an alcohol wipe. So as you can see, it took, what, 25 minutes to do her filling. And then all she's getting is a polish. So I'm just going to wipe off my table. As you can see, this is what I mean when I say the dust collector sucks. It always leaves dust all over the place. So I have a little dapping dish with acetone to clean my brush. Like a yellow like this.
Yeah. You think that'll be cute?
Yeah. So for her polish, I'm going to go in with this Summer Sun by D&D. And I get these at my local, not Dollar General, but at my local nail supply store. And it is a gel polish. And these, the D&D gel polishes, come with a set of two, which is the regular polish and the gel polish. I mean the regular polish and the gel polish for like $7. And then I'm going to go in with my French brush by Alpha Brushes to clean around the cuticle.
Can I get this one different? Oh. She said, what brand has both gel and regular polish set?
D&D does, La Palme, what else? Jova Mia, their Instant Collection. Those are the only ones that I have that come with a regular polish and a gel polish. So once again, that was D&D, La Palme, and Jova Mia.
Somebody said, how do you keep your brushes clean all the time?
I literally just soak them in not clean, but brush cleaner.
Somebody else said she licks them.
What?
When they asked, how do you keep your brushes clean all the time? Somebody said she licks them.
Oh.
When acrylic gets stuck on the brush, how do you get it off?
You make sure you dip your brush into brush cleaner for like 10 minutes to let that acrylic soak. You could also dip it into acetone, but I've heard that eventually messes up your brushes, so make sure you get some brush cleaner. But if it's steady getting stuck on your brush, then maybe it's time to try out a different brush. Okay, so I did that hand. Now I'm going to let it cure for 30 seconds.
Somebody else asked, where do you get your bling?
It will be on my website. Once again, I am restocking pretty soon. It should be either at the end of this week or at the beginning of next week.
What UV LED lamp do you use?
I used the Neon UV LED light. Um, it has been out of stock for a while. I am waiting on a different company to send me one so I can do a review on it, and hopefully it's good and I can and y'all can check it out.
Somebody else asked, do you ever use KDS to glue rhinestones?
KDS. No, the only I only use my KDS nail glue to glue the tips on. I use the Mia Secret gel resin to glue the rhinestones.
Uh, what brush cleaners do you use? Well, cleaner.
I use the Tammy Taylor brush cleaner.
When you took the test, was it hard?
No, I had a good study guide, so it wasn't hard. Do you mean the written part or the practical part? And I did cosmetology. I didn't do ooh, I didn't do just nails. So I took the cosmetology state board exam.
For beginners, do you think it's easier to use more dry or wet bead?
More dry. Make sure that whenever you're working, before you dip your brush into the liquid or into the powder that you're wiping it off, that way it's not just soaking wet and it's not going to run everywhere. But you also don't want to get it too dry to where as soon as you set it on the nail, it dries.
How long should you leave a full set on?
You can leave a set on as long as you want, as long as you're getting feels on the regular, which would be every 2 to 3 weeks. The last set that I had it on for 3 months. I had it since February, and it still looked good. I just don't like my real nails under the acrylics. So as long as they're not lifting, as long as you're not getting any moisture under your nails, then you should be good. You don't have to keep taking your nails off.
Do you recommend the mini UV LED lamp?
I've never used any of the mini ones.
Okay. She said, do your fan come in handy while using regular fingernail polish on clients, or do you recommend for drying their nails faster with a UV lamp?
If you're using regular nail polish, it's not gonna do anything to the UV light. Is not gonna do anything to the regular polish. The only thing you can dry under the UV light would be your gel polish. So if you're using regular nail polish, you can keep a fan, like a small fan in your area to have them put their hand in front of the fan. But other than that, you can just let it air dry. Switch it out.
Somebody else asked, can you do a video on how to properly soak up the nails and the do's and don'ts for removing nails?
I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. You literally just get a bowl of acetone, pure acetone or 100% acetone, and just let your nails soak off. The don'ts would really just be don't snatch your nails off.
What brushes do you use?
I use the alpha brushes for the acrylic. I use number 8 or 9. Lately, I've been using the number 9 most of the time. And then to clean up to clean around the cuticle area, I use this one, which is the Alpha brush or French brush, and a number 6 by Alpha brush. Touch them out.
When I do mine, I always get water under them. Is there a reason, or am I doing something wrong?
Yes, if you're getting water under your nails, that means that you're not sealing around the cuticle area really good. You're either, or you could be, it could be that you're not prepping the nail correctly, which is causing your nails to lift. So you want to make sure that you file around this cuticle area really good to prevent any lifting. That's why your nails don't last long, because they're lifting because of the water. You can take it out.
Just, is that silver polish or holographic?
Oh, this is the silver. This is the Color Club holographic polish in the color Just My Luck, and I'm using that as a base for the rhinestones. So for my glue, I'm using my Mia Secret gel resin, and then I'm gonna use my wax pencil to pick up the rhinestones. So I applied my glue, and once again I'm going in with some bling, and I'm using my SS6 and SS12. The SS6 are the small ones, which is these, and then the SS12 are the bigger ones.
Where can I get the holochrome powder for cheap?
It'll be on my website again.
Where can I get good hand files that last a long time?
Well, your hand files, you need to replace them after each client. Well, if you're using them on yourself, it doesn't matter. But if you're doing nails on clients, you don't need to reuse your files.
Have you done 3D flowers before?
I've tried, but I can't.
Are there gel polishes that don't need a light? You can just paint and go.
There are some gel polish, or they're really not gel. They're gel-like, because they still dry. They air dry, but they're supposed to last a little bit longer. I think Sally Henson has some, and that's really the only one that I know. Or there's really another one too. I thought I had one, but I think it was by, what was it? I can't remember what company it was by, but they're still like regular polishes. They're just supposed to last a little bit longer.
Where can I find the Color Club holographic nail polish for cheap?
Um, I got these from my local nail supply store, which they stopped selling them. But I know some Walmart have them, and then eBay has them, and I think on eBay they're like $8.
Did you get your Mia Secret Gel Resin from eBay?
Yes, the Mia Secret Gel Resin is from eBay, and then I'm also going to be using the Mia Secret Gel Resin Activator, which is the spray that's going to dry the glue. Because if you don't use it, it still dries, but it takes it a little bit longer. And then I also have people asking if you have to cure this gel. No, you don't. It's just a glue, like a gel-like glue, but you don't have to cure it. It's just called gel resin. So I'm going in and sealing around the nail with the same glue. And then this is the Mia Secret Gel Resin Activator. So you just spray it on the nail and it dries the glue. And I'm going to go ahead and apply it top coat. And for that, I'm using my IBD gel top coat.
Somebody said, I guess they just tuned in. Are you taking orders on your site yet? And if not, when? I would love to purchase some items from you.
No, not yet. It should be sometime at the end of this week or sometime at the beginning of next week.
Where do you get your jewels?
They'll be on my website once I restock.
Do you ever use gel instead of acrylic?
No, I always use acrylic. I know there's people that like gel better, but I learned with acrylics, so that's just what I stuck to.
Oh my god, hey Brandon, let's turn this off.
So we're gonna let that cure for 60 seconds, and once again I'm going in with my Mia Secret Gel Resin for the rhinestones, and then I'm using my wax pencil, I'm using my SS6 and my SS12.
What are some good gel top coats?
The one that I really like is the one that I'm using, which is the IBD Gel Top Coat. It is a non-cleanse, so you don't have to wipe it off afterwards, and then it's really shiny and it lasts really long. Like, I don't ever have problems with the polish not staying on or anything.
Um, she said, sorry for asking so many questions. Are you going to have other options other than Instagram, Twitter, and or Facebook for your giveaway? I asked because I want to participate but have no access to my account.
I am going to be posting about the giveaway here on YouTube. Um, I honestly haven't figured out what I'm even going to do, but it's going to be something that involves everybody. So it doesn't matter if you don't have um, social media. We'll figure something out.
Do you have a video on removing colored acrylic without having to sew completely off?
No, the only way to remove colored acrylic is to either file it off, which would be a lot, or your only other option would be to soak it off. And that's really the only reason why I don't like using colored acrylics, because it would be a lot to steady having to soak people's nails off and then doing a whole new set.
What is your favorite acrylic powder by Mia Secret?
The only ones that I have is the pink, which is the one I always use. I have a cover pink, which I use for my ombre nails, and then I have a clear. So I guess I don't have a favorite one. I mean, they all do the same thing. The only difference is the color.
What is a good brand or buff nail tips?
Um, the ones I use don't really have a brand, but the ones I use are really good. They're really thick. Unlike the ones that the nail supply store have, they bend really easily, and the ones that I have are really thick and durable. And then since they're so thick, you don't have to add so much acrylic, because I know the ones from the nail store, they bend so easily that you have to keep adding more acrylic to make them a little bit thicker to keep them from bending.
Somebody said they ordered a wax pencil from the website and it was like broken into different pieces.
Okay, well, if you had that problem, next time you order, let me know in the comment area, or I think, yeah, it has a place in the order where you can leave a comment and let me know, and we'll send you a new one.
Is it hard doing nails while having your own nails done? Does it ever mess up your nails?
No, I always do gel polish on my nails so it doesn't mess them up. And if I do get polish on my nails, I can just take it off with nail polish remover. But I've always worn nails when doing nails, so I'm used to it.
Do you have a video about different ways to apply rhinestones?
No, I always use the same technique, which is, I mean, you just, since I do different sizes, it's kind of like a puzzle. You just filling the gaps with the two different sizes.
Where do you get your nail tips at?
They'll be on my website once I restock.
At what age did you start getting interested in cosmetology?
I think I was like in middle school. I don't know how old I was, but I was in middle school. So once again, I was using my Mia Secret gel resin. I used the Color Club Just My Look holographic polish, my IBD gel top coat, and then I used the Mia Secret gel resin activator. And for her yellow, I used the Summer Sun by D&D.
Are the nail tips on your website crystal clear?
Yes, the crystal clear ones are the ones that I have on, and I also have the natural ones.
How many clients do you get a week?
It depends. Probably like, 4, 8, 12, like close to 20.
Where do where do you purchase your bulk monomer and acrylic powder?
I get them from eBay.
How do
Just
you oh
just type in Mia Secret acrylic system or just Mia Secret, and then it'll pop up.
how do you prevent your regular polish from cracking with the gel?
You have to make sure if you're applying a top coat or gel top coat on regular polish, you have to make sure that the regular polish is 100% dry, like to the point where you can touch it and it's not gonna mess up. Because if not, it will crack. So just make sure that your regular polish is completely dry before you apply that gel top coat.
Do you have any advice for having long nails? I can't type or anything with them long, but I love long coffin nails.
No, the only thing you can do is, I mean, just wear them and you'll get used to them.
Do you feel weird without them?
That's how I am. If I don't have nails on, I feel weird without them. So after just wearing them for so long, you get used to them.
Thank you.
Bio is really, really pretty. So I hope you guys enjoy. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and follow me on Facebook and Instagram at GetNailed32. And I'll see you guys in my next video. And I'll also be uploading this video so you guys can go back and watch it.
Mention your website.
And yeah, and about the website, I will be either this week or next week, but I will be posting about it ahead of time, and then I'll also be posting about the giveaway pretty soon. So once again, I'll see you guys in my next video.